know what you need to do, but you're stuck in hesitation and you need a push, this message is just for you. I think as language learners, we all have a pretty good idea of what we would like to have already done, in the past. The vocab lists we want to have already memorized, the textbooks we'd like to have already completed, and the speaking practice we'd love to have already done. But then when it comes to actually doing those things, we procrastinate. And I do think that part of that is just us thinking, yeah, it would be great if past me had put in all the effort and done all of that and achieved all those certificates, and then present me could sit on the sofa and eat biscuits. But I do think there's more to it than just that. Because I think that part of what's holding us back is that when we're talking about the vocabulary, the textbooks, the language exchanges, when we're thinking about past self or future self doing it, it's one action. Even learning the entire language fits into a nice, neat box of learn German. We know exactly the outcome we want. But then as soon as we pass that on to present self, that nice, shiny, pristine thing shatters into literally thousands of potential actions and choices. And when we're sitting there looking at all these shards of language learning around us, all of a sudden it's so overwhelming. All of a sudden, it's not learn German or finish textbook as this one nice package anymore. It's topics, it's tenses, it's cases, it's all sorts of decisions about our new habits and routines. It's figuring out how we're going to balance things like speaking and listening and reading and writing. And all of a sudden, it looks big and it looks scary. So it's no wonder we hesitate. And then we find ourselves bombarded by information everywhere. Google, textbook syllabuses, advice everywhere for a step-by-step process, chucking more shards into the pile. So then we start sitting and we start thinking about what we need to do next. We plan for ages, we run it through our head, and then we do none of those things because it all feels like a massive operation. And that moment of hesitation is the opportunity when all the anxiety and all the doubts crowd in, and it suddenly feels like we need the whole thing planned out before we can even start. We get so lost in the details. So how can present you take the first step towards that goal today? Well, the short answer is you have to stop thinking about what you need to do. Stop researching, stop planning. I know it seems counterintuitive, but to get unstuck, you have to trip the pattern of thinking that you need to have everything perfectly planned out. And that means if you're feeling stuck and overwhelmed, it might be tough to start out with a whole list of things, and it's more likely that you'll feel completely overloaded by it. I mean, that is a lot of things. So start with one simple thing. Start anywhere. It really doesn't matter where. Start with the thing that you're the most curious about. Start with learning the words for 5 things that you can see around your room right now. Start with one sentence structure that you use all the time in your native language. Just start somewhere and then worry about the rest after that. Good luck, language learners. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.